What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and these are my NBA DFS contenders, my favorites for Tuesday, September 8th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. 2 days ago, we took the hypothetical that Giannis would be out. He ended up playing, but he ended up re-injuring himself. We're going right back to the well here. I can't expect him to play today. I don't know how he's going to be able to do that, so we're assuming Giannis out for this contenders video. I'll have updated top 10s throughout the day, but for right now, Giannis out. Danny Green, Anthony Davis, Marvin Williams, George Hill. They round out the top 10. Eric Gordon is on the outside looking in. Who will be the top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. Coming in at number 5, we're going to the king, LeBron James. He's number 6 on FanDuel, number 8 on DK. You get the guard forward eligibility on DraftKings. Pretty much the same price on both sites, 11-1 on FanDuel, 11-2 on DK. I've got him set up for 39 minutes. He's been doing a little bit of everything. No surprises there. I have him projected for 30, 10, and 10. Yeah, that's a triple-double. 1.55 fantasy points per minute over the last 30 days. I think he hits his goal, 20 to 25% of the time, which looks nice. You definitely want to be going to him at the small forward spot on FanDuel just because of the way the position is constructed. Look, it's LeBron James. This shouldn't be all that surprising. But because of Giannis being out, again, he is questionable. I'm just saying he's out. I feel like I need to reiterate that. Assuming Giannis is out, you create a ton of value from the Milwaukee Bucks, which makes it significantly easier to pay up for LeBron James or Anthony Davis. You have more money to do so. That's what's pushing LeBron up on a day like today. So LeBron James, number 5. Coming in at number 4, we're going to the hero for the Bucks in Game 4. That would be Khris Middleton. He's 8K on FanDuel, 8,600 on DraftKings, 2nd and 5th respectively on those sites. I'm giving him 38 minutes. I hope that he can play a little bit more, but he played monster minutes in Game 4. And he's just simply a different player when Giannis is off the floor. We're talking about a guy with a usage rate without Giannis north of 30%. And it's not like he's taking bad shots either. He shot, I believe, 36% from 3 in that time. He does more with the ball in his hands. His assists go up. His rebounding goes up. Everything that Khris Middleton does goes up when Giannis Antetokounmpo is not on the floor. He can run this team. The game should be close. The line right now is Heat -3. They have a shot to win this game if Giannis doesn't play. 1.08 fantasy points per minute over the last 30 days, but that's not super relevant here. That is a lot of minutes with Giannis. I'm projecting Middleton for 1.23 fantasy points per minute. Now, that is lower than what he normally does without Giannis. I'm trying to be at least a little pessimistic here. Even if I am, we're talking about a guy that needs to be in at least 50% of your lineups. He hits his goal frequently, almost 50% of the time on FanDuel, no less. You just have to have him. Middleton looks fantastic. He's going to be wildly popular. I'd be shocked to not have him in a cash lineup. Pay close attention to the ownership, but for real, it's really hard to get away from Khris Middleton. He is the guy that will make the Bucks move today. Obviously, there are more Bucks to come. Number 3, Donte DiVincenzo. Not all that exciting on FanDuel. I have him ranked 10th. He's 4,500. Still a great play. I wouldn't get away from him or anything. DraftKings is where you want him. He's 3,500. That price is broken for today's slate. I gave him 26 minutes. I think it's very reasonable he plays more than that. I'd be very surprised if he played anything less. His rates don't change all that much with Giannis off the floor. A slight boost, clearly, because there's so much usage to go around. 0.85 guy normally. I've got him at 0.87. It's the minutes that you're betting on here. I've got him in for 26. If Donte DiVincenzo plays 26 minutes at 3,500 on DK, you just need to have him. He is going to be, without question, the most popular value play. This is the guy that you roster if you're trying to pay up for LeBron and AD or Harden. I mean, you can get 2 of those 3 because of the value on the Bucks, but right now, DiVincenzo, 3,500 on DraftKings, my number 1 play on DK. Bucks on Bucks on Bucks. Number 2, still the Bucks. It's Brook Lopez, 3rd on FanDuel, 3rd on DraftKings, 5,800 on FanDuel, 6K on DK. By the way, not my number 1 center. Pay attention on FanDuel. Anthony Davis is now a center, so you want to keep an eye there. However, this is just the spot you got to go. Brook Lopez is paying increased minutes. I'm giving him 36. He can play 40 today if they need it. We're talking about a guy that's a 1 fantasy point per minute guy, 18 and 6. You would expect Brook Lopez to get a bigger boost from Giannis being out, but he's kind of just like not a great rebounder. So even Giannis leaving the floor and freeing up the rebounding opportunities doesn't really do a ton for Brook Lopez in that regard. He's much more of a box out guy, help your teammates get rebounds, than he is an individual rebounder. That really doesn't matter given his price tag. 36 minutes, essentially 36 fantasy points. You can't really go wrong there. GPP goal, right around 36 fantasy points. On FanDuel, he hits that goal 50% of the time. I'm going to have an absolute ton of Lopez. He works in balance builds. He works in stars and scrubs builds. It doesn't really matter. Brook Lopez is just a guy that I'm looking for. And finally, coming in at number 1, stop me if you've heard this before, it's Eric Bledsoe. Now on FanDuel, he's wildly underpriced for the situation. 5,200. He's my number 1 play on FanDuel. I'm giving him 34 minutes. Huge usage bump, huge assist bump from Giannis being out. Everything gets better for Bledsoe when Giannis isn't on the floor. Number 2 on DK at 6,200, priced a little bit more appropriately. But I have Eric Bledsoe's GPP goal on FanDuel right now set at 32 fantasy points. That's 5 points less than what I have him projected for. He is as essential of a play as basically anyone you'll find in the playoffs. He hits his goal 67% of the times. And if he hits it, you can basically guarantee that he needs to be in the optimal lineup today. There's no limit to the amount of Eric Bledsoe I'd be okay with having. Projected for 18.5, 6.5, and 5.5. If you can get some steals, that gets even better. I think the minutes are even in play to go slightly higher. 34 feels the safest bet. 0.96 fantasy points per minute over the last 30 days. That gets thrown away. I'm giving him 1.1 for the day. More than enough for you. There's no way around it. If Giannis Antetokounmpo is ruled out, Eric Bledsoe is the best play on the slate. Alrighty, guys, that will do it. Those are my favorites, my NBA DFS contenders for Tuesday, September 8th. Once again, be sure to hit that like button. It helps me out tremendously. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when this and all the other content goes live. I'll drop my top 10s right before I go live on NBA Live Before Lock today with Adam, Ship My Money Share. We'll be breaking this one down for the final hour before lock. But for now, best of luck on the slate today, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow morning.